Okay, Deia, great to meet you today. First, some guitar basics. We have 6 strings, and this is unusual for most people, but the one closest to you is the 6th string. So I want you just to go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So closest to you is 6, furthest from you is 1. But they also have note names, which you use just letters. And in the musical alphabet, you only use 7 letters, A through G. And then from G, you repeat back to A. That means G and A end up being neighbors in music. And you'll see that as you get better. But we have a low E and a high E. So I want you to memorize those. And then in the middle, you have A, La, D, which is Re, G, which is Sol, and B, which is Ti. So it's A, D, G, B. And these strings are fourths apart. A, B, C, D. D, E, F, G. And that kind of defines the guitar, but the gap between G and B is just a third. G, A, which I said is a neighbor, G, A, B. So that has implications down the road for how you play the guitar. So G to B is a third, but all the other string pairs are fourths. Okay, now we have 5 chords that we've organized into your E minor chord cycle. We have E minor, just 2 fingers. These are in the back of your book if you can't see my hand that well. E major makes it sound sweeter and brighter. That's adding your first finger to the G string. A minor is the same shape, moved down. A major adds your pinky to the B string, which is the 2nd string. And then for B7, your middle finger moves up, pinky moves down. And then you just take your first finger, you plug the gap on the D string. And 7 chords have a little twang, a little blues in them. So again, it's E minor, E major, A minor, A major, B7, E. And the only chord here that has its root or its lowest note on the 6th string is the open E. The 2 first E's, but then everything from this point on has a root, as you can see in my right hand, on the 5th string. That's a chord cycle. So you can create different picking patterns, but the simplest one is just to go bass 3, 2, 1, bass 3, 2, 1. So memorize that chord cycle for me, practice your right hand, and then put your capo on the 5th fret and sing your song. And your song's based on 4 chords. So that's A minor, which is part of your cycle, then F, which is almost the same shape. It's like a small version of a C, but I need you to add your thumb to get a bass note. Now the bass is on 6. Then we go to G, which you learned a long time ago, but now you have a name for it, also with a bass on 6, and then E minor, which is the first chord of your cycle. And each chord lasts for a full measure, which is 4 beats. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. This is like level 1 of just getting yourself oriented to the progression, making sure you have it memorized. And you can do all your transitions nicely. Level 2 would be adding the quarter note rhythm. The 8th note rhythm. That means this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So here I'm plucking the bass once, and then I'm playing the chord, top 3 notes, 8 times because they're 8th notes. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Of course, I don't really know the melody. And then for an intro and an interlude between your verses, you can use a slightly more sophisticated or complex rhythm, which uses 3 bass notes, and it groups it like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And of course, practice this on 1 chord at a time, and then as you get it, change to other chords, and then ultimately see if you can do it with the whole progression. If your hand's tense, just try to relax and play softly. That's it, friend. Enjoy.